scars of your love remind me of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all.
Adele, how is one?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. You have wet nails. I don't.
Yeah, I wear acrylic nails and one of my nails fell off.
Oh no!
So that's gone and got
Disaster.
redone and repainted. But all good now.
Yeah. How long do they take to dry?
About another 10 minutes.
Wow. Duration of this interview, possibly. Who
Possibly.
knows? Let's see. I'll test them at the end for you. Now, there's a little electronic rumour online that I'd like to start.
Okay.
With, picking out. Perhaps we can unravel the mystery behind
Okay.
it. Were you or were you not asked to put your music to an Israeli egg timer advert?
It's very, very true.
Really? And
Yeah.
your response?
I said no just because they wanted to. I mean, I probably would have said no anyway, but it was Hometown Glory, and that's the first song I wrote, so it holds a really kind of special place in my heart, and I didn't want to give it to an egg timer.
But they're important devices. They're really vital for making good eggs.
I've never had one.
Cross your mind? You don't eat them.
No, I don't.
You've never had an egg?
I've never used an egg timer.
Oh, they're great. Oh, they're absolutely
Really?
great.
Okay.
Amazing devices, yeah.
Damn, I should have done it.
I mean, if it was a gas-operated corkscrew, would that have been more appealing?
No.
What about a flashing glowworm? No? What about a plastic index finger nasal trimmer?
No.
Why not? Tired would be a good tune for that.
Tired would be a good tune
Just to
for
put that out
yeah.
there, or up there even. Anyway, I didn't set out for a career talking about egg timers, so enough of that. We'll move on. Hometown Glory, you mentioned that was the track that people wanted in Israel to have as the soundtrack to quality products of the egg timer sort. Whether it was inspired by that device or not, I'm sure it wasn't. But your new album, or the sound of it anyway, I heard was inspired by a bus driver. Yeah,
my bus driver, B. Haley, he's from Nashville, Tennessee, and he was always listened to country, and I had to smoke up the front of the bus, so where he was, because there were windows up there, and we used to just sort of rock out to all this amazing old and new country music and bluegrass and gospel and stuff like that. So yeah, him and my tour manager made me compilations, and we sort of used to sit there and listen to country. I haven't made a country record, but I've certainly been inspired by country lyrics and melodies and themes and the kind of whole romantic thing about it. I've incorporated that into my new record.
Did you get over to Nashville?
I went there once, to do a show, and I'm going back in about 10 days. I'm doing something for the country music television.
Because there's like a stereotype of it, isn't there? People wearing cowboy hats and talking funny, but that could be like Blackpool on a Saturday night. It could be anywhere, couldn't it?
Totally.
What was it like? Because there's a lot more going on there in the music scene than just country music, isn't there?
Yeah, it's so amazing. It's there's so much music there. It's just really organic, and I mean, obviously there's lots of country, but there's lots of other different styles of music, and the crowd obviously go to shows all the time, because there is so many things going on there. But yeah, it was really, really incredible. But my gig, it went well, but behind me was a train track, and it was so hot that we opened the door, and a bloody long train went through for about 6 minutes in the middle of Hometown Glory, like
really?
Beep, beep. It was really, really funny, but yeah.
A picture of an egg timer appeared.
And a picture of an egg timer, yeah.
The Israelis are fighting back.
Yeah, but Nashville's lovely. Yeah, I can't wait to go back.
So you can't call it a Nashville album then, you didn't make it over there?
No, it's not. I said a while back that, I was inspired by country, and it's kind of got misconstrued, and everyone thinks I'm going to be coming out of a record like Taylor Swift or Shania Twain or something, but I'm not at all. I was just inspired by the melodies.
The Americans love it. It's a guaranteed success.
Yeah,
You
but
just
it's not.
say it's a country album.
But I'm from England,
Just
and
lie.
country ain't a big thing here. Do you know what I mean?
It's not, you can
Imagine if I made a country record with my accent.
It'd be great. Rolling in the Deep, it's the first single, isn't it, from the album, and you've labelled it as a revenge tune. Now, what gave it the right to earn single status and that accolade as a revenge tune?
I wanted it to be the first single because it's very different to the first record. I think it makes a bit of a statement, I think maybe I was sort of expecting, before I started writing, I was expecting my first single back would probably be a ballad again. But also, like, the other singles that are going to come after it aren't as kind of spicy as Rolling in the Deep is, and I couldn't imagine, I think the second single is going to be Set Fire to the Rain, and I can't see Rolling in the Deep following Set Fire to the Rain, but I can see Set Fire to the Rain following Rolling in the Deep.
Okay.
That's a bit confusing, but
Yeah,
if I didn't release it as the first single, I don't think it would have been a single, because it wouldn't have. Everyone would have been a bit confused if it came after anything else. And it's about revenge, just because it's me sort of standing up for myself and my reaction to being told that I was going to be really bored and lonely if I didn't stay in a relationship that I was miserable in, and I was just really, really insulted that someone who really knew me would ever suggest that. So yeah.
It's a nice, positive way of getting your anger out there.
Yeah, it's a song about self-respect as well.
Yeah, it's nice having a killing spree, Uma Thurman, Kill
Yes,
Bill style. You could have done that.
absolutely,
I mean,
yes.
far worse. You probably wouldn't be sat here now with your wet nails. You'd be sat in a prison cell, possibly with wet nails. That's optional.
Or with Bill somewhere.
Yeah. The name of the album is 21 after
Yes.
19 that came before it, which is your age, although your age is now 22. So it's obviously a personal album then, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and I called 1919 because I wanted to sort of make like a musical photo album of what I was doing and where I was and how I felt when I was 19. I wasn't keen on calling this record 21 because obviously it makes me look like I don't have much of an imagination. But I couldn't come up with anything else that represented the album properly, and 21 is a really significant, poignant age in anyone's life, and I really feel like I've come into my own personally and a bit musically since my last record, so that's why it's called 21. Yeah, and I probably, I'm going to stick to the age thing. And also,
Really?
yeah, I probably will. The next one's going to be 42. No, I'm just...
When you get to 83, that would just get a bit embarrassing.
Oh my
wouldn't it,
God,
Adele?
it ain't going to be going on that long. I don't want to be at Fairfield Hall singing Chasing Pavements when I'm 40. Do you know what I mean?
I think that's quite, good of you or big of you even, because most of the women I've offended in the past, it has been down to their age. They don't like revealing their age after a certain point, and you'd still do it in your 40s and
Yeah,
80s.
I still do it. Not in my 80s, but maybe in my 40s if anyone else cares. Also, I'm lucky enough that my album comes out worldwide, and if I came, I was going to call the record Rolling in the Deep. It's a mouthful, and it's not international, do you know what I mean? It's very, very English, whereas numbers are universal, so...
Yeah, but don't leave too many gaps between releasing albums, because if you do stick to the number theme, it will end up looking like the national lottery results or something, won't it?
Totally.
83.
Bonus
21.
number.
How crucial would you say this album is for you? People talk about this difficult second album, don't
Oh, no. You know what? I don't let any kind of pressure come into my life. I think it's nasty pressures. In not only, people expecting stuff, but in general in my life, I don't like pressure. So I'll take that and throw it back. I knew I wanted to progress, but I didn't know how far, and I didn't want to alienate any of my old fans, because ultimately it's because of them that I'm getting to write another record. And, because if it's so fickle these days that if you don't have a big record or any sales, you get dropped. So I still wanted to deliver for them, but wanted to move on for myself and for anyone else who wasn't so keen on the last record, who might like this record. But I felt really freed by going back into the studio and having, writing songs and recording them is not work to me. It's not, it was time off when I'm doing that. But yeah, I felt really liberated by going back in the studio, not all nervous about pressure. Because I don't let pressure in my life, like I said.
You did. You said it well.
I said it well,
I
thanks.
enjoyed the way you said it. The content, straight over my head, but the way you did it, the style. So that style, Adele, the country style,
Oh, yeah.
guaranteed success. But if you didn't get the nods and the accolades, the Grammy nominations that you got before, would that bother you?
No. As long as I get to tour, that's all I want to do. I just want to be able to tour.
Doesn't matter where you tour, Blackpool or Nashville.
As long as someone wants to come to a show.
As long as people are talking funny and wearing cowboy hats.
Stop your obsession with Nashville. Yeah, as long as I get to tour, obviously winning awards and getting accolades and acclaim and all that is absolutely lovely. But yeah, it doesn't really matter as much.
Brilliant. I should check. Are your nails dry, Adele?
They are. It means I can go to the toilet now because I need a wee and I couldn't go because they're wet.
Beautiful. Great. Enjoy.
Thank you.